classic timepiece almost. Anyway, but the white stripes here, when I first saw the iPhone 6 and Plus, I thought, man, that's just kind of like tacky. But in person, I get it, and just thinking about it over time, because what it's doing is it's giving you a kind of generational fallback to the iPhone 4, 4S, 5, 5S, which had the separate areas, the glass and the top and the bottom with the metal. So there's a kind of continuity of design. So you look at it and still somehow this area and this area say iPhone to you, and it's actually not that bad looking. And just a solid colored slab would be kind of boring. Now let's see how our stripes look on the space gray model and enlarged. A bit more subtle there. You've got light gray versus dark gray, and depending how you're looking at how the light's reflecting, this might actually look like the darker gray here. In person, it looks lighter than the material here. On the video, it's showing up as kind of darker, which is kind of funny. And then there's the white one, which is, well, white face, and then just a lighter anodized aluminum here. Overall, the thinness of the device is 6.9 millimeters for the iPhone 6 and 7.1. Exquisitely thin. That's 0.27 or 0.28 inches for those two models. Really nice and skinny. We have our volume controls, nice metal over here, and here's our little slider lock for the ringer silencer as always. As ever, lightning port and speaker at the bottom. God forbid we get stereo speakers here, huh? And there's the headphone jack. Same thing on our little friend, the 6. Really, you're just looking at the same design, only blown up or shrunk down depending on how you want to look at it.
Yeah, it's a 6. This is a 4.7-inch screen, 1355 by 750, and it feels good. Actually, it feels nice in the hand. There's even a shortcut that allows you to reach all of your apps with a simple double tap on the home button. Plus,
What's up guys, Everything Apple Pro here, and in this video I wanted to talk about the iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus. These are two new products we have never seen before in the terms of size. I mean, 4.7 and 5.5 inches, that's a big step up from the original iPhone 3.5 inch display, and of course there's a reason for it. Apple wants to share market share with Android, bring users over, so it's totally understandable. However, for people that want to buy these products, you're going to be deciding, should I buy the iPhone 6 or the iPhone 6 Plus? So in this video, I want to share with you guys everything that's different between these two models, which one you should buy, and why. You know, what was really interesting to me is that Apple actually never addressed us as to why they are releasing bigger phones. And everybody really knows it's because Android is beating on the back door. You know, they're releasing new products, they're dominating that part of the market share, so Apple wants in and they want some of that as well. Now with these larger iPhones, we're going to be seeing a lot of Android users come in and start using iPhone. For a lot of these people, if you're watching, you may have never even used iPhone before. It's a new experience to you, and you know, it is a unique experience. But in this video, hopefully, I can go ahead and settle some of your doubts, give you an idea of what you're expecting with the new iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus. Now, of course, once you do pick up the iPhone 6 or iPhone 6 Plus, you'll notice that the size is the #1 difference. You know, the 4.7-inch model is already a big step up from the 4.0. There's a lot of extra screen space, and you know, I'll get to my opinion at the end, but it's a really good in-between between the 5.5 and the 4.0 of the 5S. The iPhone 6 features a 4.7-inch IPS display. Now, in order to make up for the extra real estate, Apple did have to cram in more pixels there. So we're going to be seeing a bump up in resolution to 1334 by 750 pixels. You know, that's nothing special. It has a 326 pixel density, which keeps it at Retina spec. Now the iPhone 6 Plus has a high resolution. It's at 1920 by 1080. Of course, it has a larger display. And a 1080p display nowadays isn't anything special. Most smartphones on the market have this resolution already. So the pixel density is a little bit higher at 401. So if you're viewing content, picture movies, it's going to be a little bit sharper on the iPhone 6 Plus due to the extra pixels. Now, aside from that, there's really no difference in displays. Contrast ratio is almost entirely the same, and other than the actual size and pixel density, there's not much different. It's a matter of personal preference whether or not you want a larger display, like an iPad mini, or just a standard iPhone 6 display. It was rumored that the display would be covered in sapphire or built with a sapphire crystal glass, but unfortunately, no one has been able to confirm that, and Apple didn't address that at all in the event. So I think we're just looking at a Gorilla Glass coating. So the iPhone 6, with its larger, you know, gargantuan 5.5-inch display, is going to create a problem, and that's one-handed use. Fortunately, Apple looked into it, and they created a software solution. And in no way is this new. It's been on Android for a while, but Apple's version is that you touch the Touch ID sensor twice, and the whole screen is going to scale down halfway. Now right here, you're going to be able to use it with one-handed operation, which is cool. You know, it's neat. You don't have to go out of your way to press something on the screen. You just double tap a button that's already there, and boom, you can use it with one hand. So if you're looking to buy the iPhone 6 Plus, take into account it's a pretty big phone. You know, it's going to be harder to store, harder to carry with you. Take all of that into account, but if you absolutely need it, I bet it's going to be an amazing phone. The #1 feature that the iPhone 6 Plus has over the iPhone 6 is in its camera. Apple decided to put real real optical image stabilization inside of the iPhone 6 Plus camera. Now what this means is when you're recording video, you're not going to get any sort of shake. It's going to be very fluid, very smooth. So what the iPhone 5S does and the iPhone 6 will do is use digital image stabilization. It's not going to have an actual little motor in there, stabilizing the camera, but it still does a good job. I have no complaints for the 5S. I could just imagine that the iPhone 6 Plus will do it so much better, and I can't wait to test out the difference in real-world use.